Welcome, folks. I'm Jaby Koay, joined by KIRK.
What's up?
Again. And we're looking at Cyberpunk 2077 Braindance gameplay from IGN's YouTube channel. So we just got done looking at a recent, story trailer for Cyberpunk 2077. If you want to see that one, then there should be a link in the description below or a pinned comment. You can check that out after you look at this one. In the meanwhile, please subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that bell icon, all notifications. That helps us out. And then you'll see more of our goofy faces. Or our goofy expressions, because we don't have goofy faces.
Speak for yourself.
Do you have a goofy face? Damn. I was trying to give you a compliment indirectly. I took a quick peek at the video. I noticed it's in 60 frames, so this video will be in 60 frames if you'd like to watch it that way.
Plan simple. Do nothing odd. Don't get creative. You go in, snatch the cash, get out. And we sell the BD to those psycho freaks from the studio.
Got it.
And remember, everything on full blast. They'll spot us extra for a wicked adrenaline high. Okay, on you go.
Down, everybody, on the ground. I want to see you kissing the flooring. Money, now, or I will fucking drop you, I swear to God. Well, yeah, hey, now, before I blow your fucking head off.
I'm stressed out.
Slow, deep breaths. Your cortisol and adrenaline spiked, but the soft activated your hormone blockers. Nothing happened. You're alive and well.
That was too much. Could feel the guy's pain, his stress, his hope. Hope wrapped up in something else.
Probably took a booster just before.
She's pretty hot.
Got everything set up. Let's switch
She's
over
like
to
a Michelle
Edward.
Rodriguez type.
I'll sever the link to the BD Roller's sensory array. You'll be able to look around freely. Whole scene's yours. Full cam control in analysis mode, so move around, zoom in and out, whatever else you come up with. Think of it as your own little sandbox. So analysis mode, you control playback. Can even pause when you feel the need.
Super Smash Brothers.
Then you use the editor console to unpause. Try it.
What?
Plan simple. Do nothing odd. Don't get creative. You go in, snatch the cash, get out.
If you could do this, it'd be nice if they had a third-person perspective.
Got it.
that you could
Dream as
use.
hell, right? Well, that's not all. You can speed things up or rewind, whatever you like. Give it a try. Rewind. Roll it back to the top. All good. Neat. Now try fast forwarding a bit.
What is the point of
Plan
this?
simple. Do nothing odd. Don't get creative.
Probably for like,
Okay.
you ever see Enemy of the
can
State?
also reset the
Where you can like
recording.
kind of analyze things going on,
Back
almost
to
like a
the
detective.
Try it.
So I'm sure like some detective sort of work will come up later on as a result of this.
This here's why you came in the first place. In analysis mode, you get to view and even scan details of the enviro recorded by the BD roller. Focus on the heat, the gun this gonk gets from his buddy at the beginning. Now scan it.
Plan simple. Do nothing odd. Don't get creative. You go in, snatch the cash, get out. And remember,
Okay, right here. Excellent. Let's move on. Now heads up. In analysis mode, you can ferret out background noise and conversations if the roller got close enough. This tech records everything, every little detail, even the sights and sounds the roller was never aware of. To see the sources of the recorded sensory signals, switch to the audio layer in the editor. Go ahead and try that now. Okay, good. Now you should see several sound signatures in the store. Choose one and hone in on it.
Pack of 6, case of roasted, and a couple of zappers.
Okay, we have a deal today on 2 flavors. Curry and surf and everybody!
So, any thoughts?
Unbelievable. Seriously, like what's happening right next to me.
Yeah, it's how BD recording implants work. They pick up everything, all the elements in the background. Then an editor tweaks, makes them pop. Keep playing with the sound, explore it a bit. We'll move on when you get bored.
I want to see you kissing the flooring. Money, meth.
Sometimes you can analyze extra layers in the raw, stuff the roller's cyberware picked up.
Like what?
Ev's got Kiroshi optics that grab infrared, meaning you should be able to grab heat signatures from her recording.
Huh. Hella nice.
Scanning works on peeps, too. Walk up to the wounded chick. Try scanning her. Alright, next thing. Scroll forward to the part where our artist gets a lead injection.
Where we'll fucking drop you, I swear to God! Well, now, fucking head off!
See that? They shot him and he never saw it coming.
Oh.
But you will. Here it comes. My favorite part of the game. See the blinking thing over the entrance? Surveillance cam. Must have caught our shooter. You'll see in a sec. Cam feeds to the screen behind the clerk. Roll back to where the screen's in the kid's field of vision, then scan it. His own Chumba shot him. Probably planned to all along. Must have got a nice slice of cred on the black market for a BD like this. BD freaks are ready to pay a preem for a real flatline. Anyway, if you've seen enough, you can exit.
Yeah, it's impressive, right? It's too bad most of the BDs we do here are only good for flogging the log.
Wow, that's really interesting and very involved.
It reminds me of the Batman games that have come out in the last several years. Like, I guess the last 10 years. That's one of the things I remember is that detective work that was involved in Arkham Asylum. Truth be told, I have so many of the Batman games. I think I just got them for free with graphics card upgrades and whatnot. And I get into it for all of a few minutes and then life. And so I've said that too many times, but yeah, those games, there's a lot of detective work involved, and you see this kind of element in there. And so I would imagine anyone who played Arkham Asylum or any of those games would love that element of it because of that sort of picking apart things and trying to find clues and whatnot.
Yeah.
You know, you're uncovering a puzzle. So it just shows you that it's not just beat 'em up, shoot 'em up sort of thing. There's other aspects of the game that are quite interesting.
Yeah, like it seems really intricate as well, but even just all the things that they're talking about, the terminology that they're using, it's really interesting because it's not anything that I'm familiar with. And here I am, I'm racking my brains and I'm like, oh, okay, so what's going on? Are people, getting high off of experiences, it seems like, like really intense emotional shock or whatever. And so that's a really interesting aspect of the game that you can kind of get into. I was not expecting that at all, this kind of detective work aspect to it. So it's just kind of like, oh, cool. That's another thing that you can look forward to, but I doubt that's going to be a main portion of the game.
I think it'll come up quite a bit, actually.
Really?
I don't know how much, but I feel like it'll come up quite a bit because there's all these different aspects of how you progress forward in the game. One of the things that I was thinking of immediately was Watch Dogs, because there's this aspect of the game that I think it drove a lot of people nuts, and it did bother me. I mean, I did enjoy it sometimes, but it bothered me where you had to like go into and hack things where you were unlocking this puzzle in order to get into something, right? In order to progress. And the game would hit you with more and more of these things as you go along. It was kind of taxing on your patience. It was just like, cumbersome. But it was just trying to introduce another element into the game that wasn't the same thing.
Right.
And so here you have that in order to move forward, in order to uncover details and find stuff, in order to progress. Someone wants something from you, you got to go after this person who killed that dude over there. And so that you use this sort of thing in order to uncover those details and further the plot and complete missions and whatnot. So it's interesting. I don't know how much this element appeals to me personally, but I can see the appeal of it. I can see why people would get excited about this aspect of the game and being able to take it apart and whatnot.
Yeah.
But seeing as how you can use this BD roll or whatever it's called to go into a third-person perspective, I mean, it's exclusively third-person. I don't know why they can't have a version of this game where you are in third-person mode the whole time. Like Grand Theft Auto 5 introduced first-person perspective, where you could go back and forth between the two. I'm really hoping that later updates or patches will allow you to play Cyberpunk 2077 in a third-person perspective. That being said, I played the shit out of, and I continue to, Borderlands. And that's all first person. You know, this feels like Borderlands before Borderlands, you know? I mean, it didn't have any of this detective work stuff. Borderlands is more just shoot 'em up kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I really dig the design of this chick.
Yeah, she looks great. I love her voice as well.
Yeah, her voice, her haircut, it's like the edgy stuff, and yeah, she's just, I wouldn't know.
It's nice to look at, you know?
I look at her and I immediately think of that Joker scene in the hospital. It's like, I'm like a dog trying to catch cars. I wouldn't know what to do with it if I got one. You know, it's the exact same feeling where I'm like, I don't, just, yeah. So I guess one of the things that this clues you into is the fact that there will be a lot of different aspects of the game that that has yet to be revealed that will just make it more varied as you go along. I mean, it's not just shoot 'em, it's not just get the money and go.
Yeah.
There's like other elements at play there, and that's pretty cool.
Well, there's also that element of like being able to jump into a different character and kind of learn what's going on there, which is, you know, which is pretty interesting to me. I also appreciate that they put right at the top of the video, this isn't, you know, what it's really gonna look like when,
well, they're covering their butts.
It comes out. Yeah.
Yeah, because whether it's better or worse than this, like they're covering their butts, and it's very, very smart. The thing that I haven't seen yet or noticed is flying. They haven't shown any of that in the game yet, and I would love to know about that. Like I said in the previous reaction we did, I'm a huge fan of Infamous, and in Infamous 2, they gave you this, in Infamous Second Son as well, they gave you this aspect to like move quicker through the map, and I really enjoy that. Like being able to ascend quickly because of like these, I don't know what they're called, like these electric lines in Infamous 2 where you grab it and it shoots you up to the top of a building really fast if you don't want to be bothered with parkouring, right? And so I'm wondering about fast travel in the game. Not fast travel, like as in teleporting to another part of the map, but like moving quickly forward.
Right. Moving
quickly like over the city and whatnot. Like how much exactly can you explore? Can you explore the tops of buildings? Can you scale buildings? Like I'm just wondering about that kind of stuff, because that's the thing I love personally about Infamous, is the idea that you can literally go anywhere in the game. And so I'm wondering about that here because it's such a big game. It's so like, it's like a lot of world building has gone into this. And so it'd be cool to be able to explore anywhere in this world that you just feel like. Anyway, you guys, thanks so much for hanging out with us. Hopefully you enjoyed some of that. Let us know your feelings in the comments below. Are you excited about this aspect of the game? Do you find it boring? Is it intriguing? So yeah, let us know your feelings in the comments below. I'm Jaby Koay. This is
ACHARA KIRK.
Peace out.